Here we go. Robinson and Garnett with the opening tip, and the Timberwolves control. Minnesota 15-19.
To get his shot up over David Robinson, he's giving away a few inches.
Robinson, a return to Duncan, and the Spurs break in front.
Big men.
Garnett out to Zerbiak. The long rebound to Garnett. Peeler fires.
That's an excellent pass by Kevin Garnett. I mean, he's looking out of the corner of his eye.
In the overtime win for the Spurs. Duncan driving on Garnett. Nice move by Duncan.
You see TD, a quick little drop step, faces up and takes
on the advance for the Spurs. Duncan gets the shot up on Smith, and Tim Duncan with the first 6 for the Spurs.
I just chalked that up to rust. If David's been playing for the last 2 weeks, he puts that down.
Oh, good feed from Peeler to Garnett.
And that shows you why KG is so...
Win of the season. And at home, they've been unbelievable. 26-6 here at the SBC Center. Duncan floats in another one. Tim Duncan 4 for 4 from the field. Duncan again. Garnett turned him away. Robinson with a follow. And Blaine Reichelt with a call. A foul on Minnesota.
Come a little bit higher when he's trying to go over Kevin Garnett. But this shows you why KG is an MVP candidate. He's out running the floor at 7 feet tall. And you see Tim Duncan come right back at him with that soft touch in the lane.
Minnesota 4. Duncan again. 10 points for Duncan.
Foul trouble.
Peeler finding an open Garnett. Joe Smith with a follow on Robinson. Couldn't get it done, but it's out of bounds, and it goes to San Antonio.
Job on Duncan, and if he happens to get a step past him, the help is there.
Peeler delivers. Anthony Peeler with 4 points early. A meeting of the regular season between Minnesota and San Antonio. Duncan from the top. Tim Duncan has it stuck on out. Faces up against Malik Rose. And Kevin Garnett connecting his second field goal.
And he shows you some of the skill and talent that he brings to the game.
Duncan didn't realize he was open at first. He didn't look like. And Garnett corrals the rebound.
Well,
a rare miss. Bowen having a great season shooting 3-pointers. He's second in the league. On the spin lob, Garnett puts it down. Mark Jackson with a rebound. Peeler with a dish underneath. Ooh, a nice move inside by Garnett.
And, you know, KG ends up getting that shot, but hit a couple outside jumpers. But watch this. Feels the pressure by Tim Duncan. Immediately spins toward the bucket and puts Bruce Bowen and Tim Duncan in the basket.
Jackson with a lob underneath to Duncan. 14 for Tim.
Contact with Steven Jackson. Beautiful play.
Garnett in deep. And the hook rolls in. Kevin Garnett in double figures. 10 points for him.
That ball hard off the glass. He saw KG out of the corner of his eye.
Garnett finding Peeler. That's a 3. Around and down for Anthony Peeler. With a pass out to Hudson. Duncan the rebound. San Antonio can go 2 for 1. A quick hitter here on the break. Jackson the jam. Spurs by 7.
Here's KG and Tim Duncan. KG has his back to Duncan. You cannot do that in the open floor. See Kevin Garnett out of position. Tim Duncan heads right toward the bucket.
With KG, and I asked him what all the MVP talk means to him.
I mean, it means a lot, you know. So I'm not going to sit here and downplay it, but at the same time, I'm not bigger than the team. And the only reason I'm able to get these talks and to be mentioned in these such accolades is because of my team.
People talk about Kobe stepping up when Shaq was out, and that was no question a brilliant performance in February. But people tend to forget that Garnett was playing with Wally Zerbiak, missed 30 games, Rasho Nesterovic.
Tony Parker gets into the middle. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Minnesota.
He's not going to get that shot over KG.
Was imploring his team to quote-unquote sacrifice yourselves. He said on offense, fine, but defensively, you're letting guys like Ginobili get to the basket.
And Minnesota with a steal. Peeler, Garnett, a touch for Trent. Willis takes it down and 46-32. Garnett against Duncan. After the fake, Duncan got a piece, but Garnett stayed with it. Duncan against Garnett. Yep. Tim Duncan's got 16 with no one around him. The long rebound to Garnett. Oh, what a pass Garnett tried to make in traffic, but it's out of bounds to San Antonio.
Here's that overplaying. KG trying his best to keep the ball away from Tim Duncan. Does an excellent job, by the way. But once Tim gets the ball, now you got to play him straight up. You can't be playing that right side. Tim is too good. He recognizes that. He's able to move his feet.
Peeler. Garnett lines up David Stern's autograph, and the rebound taken down by Duncan.
And he can knock that shot down.
6 on the shot clock. Duncan operating on the other block this time. It doesn't matter. 18 for Duncan.
They're just too good. And here it is again. This is a busted play. You just have to get the ball to Tim, and he puts his body into KG. If he allows too much separation, Kevin Garnett can get to that shot. But he's just so physical. He knows how to use his body, and he loves that contact because it helps him get into a rhythm. Passes up opportunities for himself to set his teammates up and get those guys into rhythm.
Garnett underneath to Woods, and Lauren Woods delivers.
Again, excellent pass by KG.
29 seconds for the half. Garnett against Duncan. Duncan rips it away from it. Jackson had it taken away by Peeler. And Peeler will leave it for the big two.
Wow, nice hands by Anthony Peeler, but how impressive was that dunk by Kevin Garnett?
Point that time down. Garnett on the perimeter. Smith with 6 to shoot. Joe Smith with 2 hoops here in the third.
Anthony Peeler with terrific hands here. Swipes the ball, takes it away, and then stops and gives it up to the big ticket. I mean, you could feel that in the seat of your pants here. He just smashed this.
Minnesota throws ahead to Garnett. Peeler. Minnesota playing much better. Jackson off to Duncan. And Duncan goes down. He'll be on the line shooting 2. Tide going to the hoop, no call. Wally Szczerbiak trying to take advantage, and he does. Szczerbiak with 6. For 5 minutes here in the third. Duncan. Outside shot for Parker. He hits for 3 again. Back to a 10-point game. Garnett delivers.
Oh, look at the move by the big ticket.
Lead for the Spurs. Garnett against Rose. 8 to shoot. Wow. Garnett lost it going in. Off his leg, out of bounds to San Antonio.
Wow. Kevin Garnett was about to make every highlight film in the country with that crossover move. You watch his little shake here, though. Little fake to the middle, turns baseline, leaves his defender.
Smith trying to get space. Garnett, a flip inside, nicely done to Hudson.
Oh, nice cut by Hudson.
Against Rose, 8 to shoot. Szczerbiak fires, and it's a 6-point game. 10 points.
Call could have gone either way.
Now with 6 seconds left in the third. Kendall Gill off the glass. Nice move by Gill.
Hard to play. I mean, Minnesota right now, they're swarming on the defensive end. The Spurs are having an extremely difficult time scoring the basketball.
Garnett clears the Duncan miss. Garnett with 12 to shoot. Over Duncan. A tie game. Kevin Garnett's got 18.
You watch these guys.
Foul is on Bowen.
You watch these guys underneath, and you see how Kevin Garnett's able to try to disrupt that shot by Tim Duncan. Then goes and gets the rebound, and watch him on the other end. He brings him outside, head fakes, jab steps. He just keeps you off balance.
Garnett stayed with his own miss and got the follow to go. 20 points for Garnett on the bench for the Spurs. Duncan puts the Spurs up by 2. 22 for Duncan. Gill under pressure of Ginobili. Garnett with 2 on the clock. Garnett for 3. And Gill trying to save in the corner, but it's out of bounds to San Antonio.
You watch this along the baseline. Watch Tim use his body. He throws his body into Kevin Garnett. That way he keeps him off balance, and you see KG is almost leaning backwards.
Pop read the riot act to him. They're a little reluctant to pull the trigger on a three. Robinson in deep, swatted away by Garnett, but a foul call. Out on the court, Duncan defended in a double team in the post. Bowen left open. That's a three. Bruce Bowen delivers.
They run a pick and roll for each big guy. Tim Duncan gave up on it too early.
Ginobili caught from behind by Peeler, but into the hands of Duncan for the jam. Back to the line again.
Here's that previous play. You have Ginobili penetrating, and Tim Duncan's there at the right place at the right time. Here he is setting the screen, rolling to the bucket. I don't know if that was a pass or a mishandled shot.
In about a month, we'll be seeing this kind of basketball. Duncan underneath, drew the foul, and will be on the lines for regulation. Duncan surrounded. Tries to work his way free. The shot won't count. A foul called before the shot. Ginobili under pressure. Duncan the offensive rebound. A shovel for Ginobili. The jackknife shot won't go. And Garnett has it as the Timberwolves are looking for the lead.
Playing hard-nosed, tough defense and knocking down gutsy shots down the stretch.
10 on the shot clock for Duncan. He lost it along the baseline. Tim Duncan went out of bounds with 31.6 left in regulation. The Timberwolves have it. And to shoot. Smith gives it up to Garnett. Garnett fires for three. The long rebound to Hudson with 5 seconds left. Hudson trying to get free, but he's caught by Parker for the foul with 2.5 seconds left. What they've got to do is guard the three-point strike. Ferry looks to bring it in the corner to Jackson. He shoots for three. Yeah! Steven Jackson with a cold-blooded three, and San Antonio times it at the buzzer. Peeler defended by Jackson. Garnett puts the T-Wolves up by 2.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Jackson was double-teamed. Ginobili finds Duncan. And Duncan got bumped underneath. Away. The long rebound into the hands of Garnett. Peeler with a fake takes up slack all the way to the rim. Anthony Peeler trying to save it underneath. Minnesota trying to get a timeout, but his 5-point lead is their biggest.
Defensively and offensively, they're doing all the right things.
Garnett from 20, and Minnesota goes up by 7.
Have been unable to get a shot because of the turnovers.
Duncan, nothing doing off the glass.
Here to get the Wizards into the playoffs.
Tim Duncan, in a must-score trip, delivers. 31.1 left. They split the season series with San Antonio. The Spurs record drops to 48-20 with this loss tonight. And their home record drops to 26-7.
Those of us that watched the matchup between you and Tim Duncan saw a very intense matchup. What was it like to actually play in it?
You know how it go, man. Very intense. Every time we play each other, it's always a intense game. You know, I think a lot of people focus on the individual matchup, but I think the individuals themselves focus on the team aspect. You know, we won tonight. You know, we're playing, like Wally said, we're playing with a lot of confidence, and it feels good.
Yeah, what does this one mean? Because you beat a hot San Antonio team, you split the season series, and it's at a critical part of the season. So what does this mean to you and your teammates?
Well, we're playing with a lot of confidence, too, you know. Spurs think they're good. Hell, Minnesota think they're good, too. We're coming out playing like it. You know, it's not all about talking and yapping. You know, sometimes you got to back it up, but you know, like I said, confidence is everything in this league, and we have it right now.
Apparently you do. Wally, Kevin, thanks very much. Jim, let's send it back to you.